I don't know where they got the name for this watch. Smael? S-M-A-E-L? That's a dumb name. But it is a cool watch. The colorations are incredible. $20 to $25 is all this thing costs. This is a negative display version. Super cool face, good illumination, simple modes. You can run 2 different times, one on the analog, one in the digital display. Coming right there. Reviewed it this summer. Here's an orange one. Positive LCD display. It's my daily wear today. Excellent watch. The Smael. Dumb name. Super cool watch. Tabletop decoration for the knife review. Here comes the gun. XD45 Subcompact Mod 2. Also reviewed. It's just going to be hanging out. Love this gun. Super cool. Do I love this knife? No, I don't love it. I like it. It's really cool. This is a Böker Applegate-Fairbairn 5.5. Do you love it? If you were a soldier in Afghanistan or Iraq, or if you were or are one, would you use this as your soldier blade? A backup weapon in your job as a military sheepdog? We've seen variations of this style of knife from Böker. It's a cool dagger, it really is. Let's look at the handle real quick. This one is coming in black micarta. Has really good traction on it. It looks great. Some machine grooves in here for additional traction. Screwed on with Allen bolts in the full tang design. It's really cool. Here's one thing I don't like about it is the squared shoulders. I think it's a little bit uncomfortable in hand. It really is. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. If I owned this knife, I would mill the sharp shoulders off very carefully with some sandpaper, some aggressive sandpaper, and then finish it off with, you know, I don't know, 200, 400 grit. There's the exposed tang there, exposed pommel for smacking stuff, hammering stuff. I think this is 100% weapon. That's what it's designed for, or as a collectible, if we talk philosophy of use. The handle is good looking, just not super duper functional. There's a stainless steel double guard, as we've seen in the design. I think this is Teflon coated, this 5.5 440C stainless steel double-edged blade. Stamped with Bill Harzy's design influence on it. This is one thing I hate about this knife, though. I gotta be honest with you. The edge. It is so bad. Oh my gosh. And some of these Böker 440C blades are this way. You shouldn't be able to do this, and don't do it at home, kids. But running your thumb across here should cut you. This thing is not sharp at all. It needs some work. And doing so on a double-edged dagger, especially 440C, which I find to be hard to sharpen, it's just not toothy enough for me. It's going to be some work, and I would not look forward to that, because we don't have any consistent flats here to do so. But as far as the penetration capabilities in roll as a dagger, a fighting blade, I have no doubt it would be effective. It is a penetration blade, a Marshall penetration blade. Slashing is almost secondary in my way of thinking for this knife, if we're going to review it honestly. Let me show you a variation of the type, and I did review this, I think, in about 2009. I have shown it recently in a couple videos, not sure when they will post. It depends on the audience, how fast they digest them. But here is a Böker Desert Dagger. It is 120545. I like this one a lot better. It has Delrin handles with steel weights in it for balance. But this handle, functionally, to me, is much better. See how rounded it is? It's more comfortable. We'll compare it. A little bit more length to it. We don't have that extended pommel coming out of it, but I don't really care. This is a comfortable handle. And if you wrap this in athletic tape or A-grip material, even better. This is stamped the same way. Now this is bead blasted 440C, so it's a Rex Applegate-Fairbairn designed originally, I believe. 440C, and you can see how I re-edged it. It also had problems. So I had to back off that grind, as you see now. This thing is wicked sharp as it is now. Does it have to be wicked sharp to be a functional dagger? Nope. I already covered that. I always do when I cover a dagger and its history. Nope. It'll work without it, but it's funner and it opens up different uses for it as a utility knife. Now this knife as a soldier, it wouldn't be my first choice to carry, but I wouldn't mind it. The Böker desert knife or desert dagger, especially after I re-edged it, because I could, do some food preparation with it. Not ideal. Open packages with it, not ideal, but primarily it's a last-ditch self-defense weapon for a soldier. Now there is one that I don't have on the table. Maybe I'll find a picture of it. It's a competitive option. It's a John Eck 44 dagger. I do like the handles and the broadness of the blades of the Böker interpretation is a little bit better. I do. And perhaps the sheaths better too. Here's a sheath to this one right here, the 121645. It is a spec op sheath. Very decent sheath. I've known this style of sheath for about 10 years. I do have it on some other blades. It's excellent. Molle compatible. It is definitely intended for the soldier or operator. You can see the Molle connectors there. It's not too heavy. 100% US made. Really good materials. Superb stitching on it. Wraparound lanyard. Exterior pocket for sharpening stone, multi-tool, or a pistol mag. I don't see too many guys using that, to be honest with you, in theater. But it's a great sheath, and it has a plastic liner, which doesn't really grab. You might thermoform this with a heat gun, remove it, and then re-glue it in, but you'll get some wear. The advantage is you won't have this thing going on. So if it turns upside down, it really doesn't retain. That's a big disadvantage. Heavy-duty elastic snap on it. That's what it looks like in the sheath for this version of the Böker dagger. The one that comes with my desert dagger, which I like so much better, is this Kydex one. Oh my gosh, is this a great sheath. Has a jump retention rubber strap on it. This to me is a better knife and a better presentation, at least second cool. Now it doesn't have Molle connectors on it, but I could easily adapt something on the back plate here and make it work, and it's pretty lightweight. Where's my scale? This desert dagger in sheath, even with the steel weights in the handle for balancing effect, 12.5 ounces. I guess you could take it apart and take those steel weights out if you really wanted to. I wouldn't do it. I'd just get a different knife. This one is less expensive. This one's more expensive. I'm kind of surprised. Around $300 at Blade HQ. I'll put some links for it if you totally love it. Awesome. Again, I'm kind of recommending this one if you like the Böker dagger interpretation. Get to work on re-edging it like I did. Let me show you some other also reviewed competitive options. Of course, we have the Gerber Venerable Mark II. Which one would you prefer to go to war with, Nutnfancy? I've always said I like the broader cross-section of the Böker better for its cutting potential, its shearing potential. And this will go in line with the original Applegate-Fairbairn dagger. I think the Mark II was always kind of taking that as an inspiration. So a longer, slender penetration blade and a relatively thin handle. I like the broader handle for this, but this is decent. It needs to be wrapped because the aluminum grip just really isn't that much on it, especially with gloves. But it's a competitive option, and it's even lighter. Here's its sheath. Molle capable, super lightweight. It's also got a plastic liner in it. And then I just reviewed this, and it's one of my all-time favorites, second cool daggers. The Alley Cat 8-inch. Oh, dude, that is a mean knife. Mean knife. Let's put that up against the Desert Dagger, shall we? Yeah, dude, that is two worlds of difference. They do make this in a 6-inch version, though, and this is AUS 6 steel, so it's not fabulous. But honestly, I'm not super excited about 440C either in another knife. In a dagger, whatever. It's not that critical. It's a knife you're going to carry a lot as a soldier and use very little. And that's the sum total of the competitive options, which is actually pretty good. Pretty good, man. I'll put links below. Again, this would be a recommended blade. Totally recommended. Less so for the price. $300 for this. Ooh, I wouldn't do it. No way. No way. Especially with the handle issues. Yeah, it's cool. Is it cool enough for 300? Absolutely not. Nutnfancy review complete. See ya.